Welcome to Up to the Minute. Is December the 17th, a Tuesday, tasty Tuesday, as a matter of fact. My co-host Benji Escobar. I'm Todd Duplantis, by the way, and we're live at the HCCTV studios. Benji's with me. You're kind of quiet this morning.
Yeah,
You got a lot going on?
I keep it for the show, I don't
Okay.
want to
Saving all your
saving
energy.
all my topics and
Yeah.
all the stuff.
Well, I didn't know if you were like pondering on the holidays. Did you get all your gifts
I don't
done?
know. Well, yeah, I got some gifts done already.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm getting gifts, but
Well, you
I hope I
weren't
deserve
good
some
this year.
I feel like I deserve some.
Okay. All right. Well, anything you really, really want that you want to make public so that if people do want to gift you
Money.
money. Okay. It's always a gift that keeps giving. Yeah. We could all use a little bit extra of that. Hey, we've got a great show lined up for you this morning. It's Tasty Tuesday. We'll bring on a special guest in a few moments, but we want to thank everyone watching us this Tuesday. In fact, tomorrow is our last show of the year, as a matter of fact. But normally we're here Mondays through Fridays, live at 10 a.m. on Facebook and YouTube. But you can catch us in social media just about any time, and you can watch us on our cable channel, right, Benji?
Yes, we are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, but Houston Community College District. We're also on YouTube, X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV, our own TV channel, where you can catch the rebroadcast of this show at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So it is Tasty Tuesday, as we mentioned, and one of my favorite restaurants, El Tiempo, making an appearance on the show. Phyllis Mandola is from El Tiempo, and she's also Mama Ninfa's daughter. Good to see you, Phyllis. Welcome to the show. I think your microphone's muted.
It's great to see you. I'm honored to be here.
All right, we're looking forward to the holiday season is upon us, and we're going to be talking tamales. Big thing around here and during the holidays, and really always at El Tiempo. But you're going to be demonstrating that. We're looking forward to hearing from you in a few minutes. So we'll have Phyllis back on in about 10 minutes. But right now, Benji, I think you've got a special guest that you're going to be introducing.
Yes, today we have Piper Butler. She is the Director of Testing for Student Services and an Enrollment Manager. Welcome to the show, Piper.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Good morning, everyone.
Of course, it's always a pleasure. Let's begin with you telling us about HCC's testing services and our campus testing centers.
Well, testing services, specifically the district testing services and my role as director, we serve as the institutional test administrator. So what that means is we support the colleges with guiding them about policy and procedures, ensuring compliance to the standards and protocols that we have to adhere to based on what our test vendors require.
Yeah.
And then we work collaboratively with the testing coordinators through our testing council to set up strategies that will enhance our service delivery to the students. The testing centers are responsible for all that execution, right? They are the face of testing services. They engage with students on a daily basis. And so we really depend on them to make sure that we are providing the best service possible to the students in the community that we serve.
Yes, of course. And I know if you're a student and you're watching, you're very familiar with these testing centers. You're probably taking either your TSI there or something similar along those areas. So I've always taken, when I've taken tests there, it's always been on the computer. Is there some paper ones that people do there, or it's just all on the computer?
Well, most and these days is computer-based testing, absolutely. But there are some course exams that we offer for students with accommodated testing that may do their tests on paper-based testing is what we call it. It may be a makeup exam that we have an exam, but most times now the tests are on the computer. That's absolutely right. We've transitioned to mostly technology in our reliance on technology.
That's great. So let me ask you this. What is the National College Testing Association and the NCTA Test Center certification? Can you tell us about that?
Yes, well, I'm so excited about being able to discuss this. It's a big deal. We've been members of the National College Testing Association as an institution. We subscribe to their policies and procedures. They are the organization that really helps to promote high standards in test administration for testing professionals. And so now they have, and it's been for years, they have a test center certification that test centers can work towards, and which demonstrates the highest level of operational. It is a test center that it demonstrates exemplary operational practices. And so we're so proud that we were able to go through this process for some of our testing centers and make HCC proud of the work that we do, and really see the kind of work that we do that generally is kind of behind the scenes.
Well, I'm glad to hear that y'all have that certification there. But tell us about what was the process like to get those certifications, and how long are the test centers certified for?
Well, it's a rigorous process. And
Mhm.
so it really starts, they set the criteria. There's a lot of criteria that has to be met, and it starts with the self-assessment of the center. And you go through that self-assessment and you see if you meet the criteria. If you do, some of the things that are required are to demonstrate your operational procedures. How do you open and close? How do you manage irregularities? How do you deal with something, things like a lost test book, or some sort of catastrophe, what we call emergency plans? You have to lay all of that out. How do you train your staff? And so you go through really documenting all of that, and then you submit your application to the NCTA. They have 2 reviewers, so like a first pass and a second pass. And then that goes to a committee. Once they're done giving their feedback, it goes to committee. And then a committee reviews your application to see if you really did meet the criteria. Even something as simple as, how do you use your survey results? How do you use your survey results to improve your services? And then if you get through that, you get recommended for a site visit, and that's pretty much the formality. And so that's where we had 4 of the 5, and the 5th one is pending. So we do expect that 5 of the 5 that were submitted will become NCTA certified test centers, which is a real honor for this institution, and the hard work that the testing coordinators put in to show the level of their operation and their commitment.
Wow, that was a lot. I mean,
it was a lot.
to all
I'm
of
so
y'all
sorry.
for making it happen. Really, I mean, it's great to hear that HCC has something that great for their testing centers. And let me also ask you this: so let's say for students, what are some of the things that they can expect when they start going to these testing centers if they haven't been to already?
Well, they can expect that everything is student-centered, right? That our goal is to ensure that we provide them a test center that is conducive for them to do and perform in the best way that they can. So that's one thing. And then also beyond that, it really lends credibility. It shows that we are really dedicated to ensuring the security integrity of the tests that we deliver. And that creates confidence, right? So we know that if there's a breach, then that calls into question the credentials sometimes. So there's far-reaching impact. So it really demonstrates that they can be confident in the services that we deliver.
And I know there's multiple testing centers throughout our campuses and throughout the whole system. Where can we find information about every testing center? I'm assuming they're not all the same, I guess times and, all that stuff. So tell us about that, how we can find that information.
That information is posted on our website, and it's broken down by test center. All the contact information is on the website. Some centers, for example, do one test versus another test. We do GED testing. Not all students will do, not all test centers will do GED testing, but where it's located is on the website. Okay. And all the contact information, how to schedule, how to reach, and information about all the tests that we give is also on the website.
Okay. And let me ask you this, because I know some tests are very long. Do y'all allow maybe like snacks or anything, or little breaks in between the tests?
That's also on the website.
Okay, cool.
We call those our allowable items, right? So no, we don't, unless it's an accommodation, right, for a student that has to have a snack during their exam, or water. We don't allow drinks into the testing center for obvious reasons because it's usually it's on the computer. But they're more than welcome to step out if they need a restroom break. We generally try to limit breaks to 10 minutes. Because there is a security issue there, right? We want to make sure that they're not, going off for too long, a break. And sometimes there's time limits for some tests, even though they might be long time limits.
Yeah, of course. All right. Well, thank you so much, Piper Butler. She is the HCC Director of Testing for Student Services and Enrollment Management. We'll have all of your info in our post after the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. All right. After a quick commercial break, Todd will return with our Tasty Tuesday guest about Christmas tamales. So stay tuned.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
That one day at PE when they were yelling at me and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much that helped me. I finally knew that I had somebody.
Welcome back to Up to the Minute on this Tuesday, Tasty Tuesday, to be in fact. I'm Todd Duplantis. We've got some Houston restaurant royalty joining us on the show right now. Phyllis Mandola, I should say, from El Tiempo is joining us. Good to see you, Phyllis. Thanks for being here.
It's good. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
I mentioned Lorenzo because I know the two families are intertwined. Maybe you could give us and you guys are also started with your Mama Ninfa, started the Ninfa's restaurant. And today you represent El Tiempo. Now, is El Tiempo like an offshoot of Ninfa's?
Yes. El Tiempo is the next generation of Mexican restaurants that my family is involved with. My brother Roland, I started this back about 24 years ago. And I have to say, he's done a fantastic job. His fajitas are out of this world. And he's continued the example of my mother and father of serving quality food.
Oh, yeah.
They always professed, as long as you cook with quality ingredients, it's going to be a good end product. So I'm very proud of Roland.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know what you're going to get when you go to El Tiempo. You know the quality, you know the food. And I've got to say, the fajitas are phenomenal. The carnitas, old school. That's the way I go roll when I go there. And that you can't miss the calamari. Where can you go to Mexican restaurants and get some incredible calamari as well? Definitely over there. This is tamale season, and you guys are specializing in that right now. Maybe you can tell us a brief history of the tamale.
Okay. Well, the tamale, I did a little research and I did not realize that the tamale is thousands of years old. It was created by the Aztecs, the Mayans, and the Incas. And it was absolutely the perfect food when you need to transport yourself or transport food. It was wrapped in a corn shuck or a banana leaf, depending on where you are in the world. And that was a lesson for me, and I'm glad I explored that because I had no idea that it's one of the oldest foods on the planet.
It's incredible, and you guys have a special way of making them, I know, and you've got one of your chefs that is with you that is going to be demonstrating that as well, right?
That's right. The head chef of El Tiempo, Francisco Fonseca, is sitting here next to me, and he's going to give a lesson on how to make a tamale. Now, mind you, I know how to make a tamale, but we might as well have an expert do it.
Absolutely. You want to bring him on and let him get started, and we'll ask a few questions while you guys are doing that. Hey, good morning, Chef.
Good morning. How you doing today?
We're doing great.
So, first of all, we need to get the cleanest has corn for the tamal. We got the masa already made it. Okay, everything is fresh, daily made it. So we put the masa out of all of the hash, right? And whatever we made it here in El Tiempo Cantina with the pork and the red chili,
Right.
right? And we also make queso with rajas con queso. Okay.
Now,
Well,
one
it-
thing I noticed about your tamales there, and you know, there's tamales, and then there's the next level tamales, and you guys really knock it out of the park. Your tamale stands out to me. What is the difference between yours and the other ones you may get at different places or that people may make themselves?
Well, like I said, we make it with everything fresh product. We make it every day. All the production that we make it is fresh daily. We don't have
Okay.
nothing the day before, or we don't do any preservatives. Everything is like fresh with the fresh
So
product.
you guys don't
And-
make
and
batches
never
all the
frozen.
time. They're every day you're making them, they're fresh, and maybe that's the big difference with them because they really are. When I had them there, they were so different than everywhere else.
Yes, sir. And like I said, we got the one with the red chili, and we got the one for queso fresco. We got a lot of queso fresco, and they give you all the flavor to it. And poblano rajas.
Oh, there you go.
And this poblano, we put them on the grill. That we get the smoke flavor before we put them on the here. So there's not a rub. This is how we make the tamal before we put them on to the stuff.
And then are they steamed after that? Is that the final step?
Yes, 45 minutes. It depends on the quantity that we put them on there on the steam for like 30 minutes.
Now, Phyllis, do
And,
you have special memories? I imagine you have special memories of making these tamales. Did you do this around the holidays? Were there certain seasons where you would create these?
One of the reasons this is a way to celebrate the holidays is because of the camaraderie that happens when you gather all the neighborhood women or the cousins or the aunts, and we sit around the table and we laugh and sing and we make tamales. And I have memories from my childhood. I have memories as a young mother bringing my girls to make tamales at my mother's house. My mother was really well known for her fabulous tamales. When I started driving when I was 15 years old, she would send me all over town delivering tamales to people around the city who wanted some of my mom's tamales.
Tell me, I know with prices over the years, prices have changed, but in 1973, I guess you guys put tamales on your menu. What was the price when they first started?
This is shocking, but the tamale in 1973, when we opened a navigation, was $1.50 for 6, a dozen for $2. Can you
Wow.
believe that? I know.
That is crazy when you think about it today, but it's certainly, you know, worth the price that you're paying for it today. You guys, though, do offer this year round. Do you sell the tamales separately as well? Oh, did we lose them?
I think we lost them.
It looks like we may have lost our guests. So, anyway, we were talking with Ninfa's, or I should say El Tiempo, and we were talking with Mama Ninfa's daughter, Phyllis, and we appreciate them joining us on the show. Check them out at El Tiempo, and we'll have all their information in our post after the show. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up the show with some news and announcements on this Tuesday.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
And we're back on Up to the Minute. We lost connection with Phyllis Mandola out at El Tiempo, and we're going to bring them back on live so we can wrap up their segment. Phyllis, good to have you back, and thanks for being here on the show today. Now, people, what I was going to ask you is, do you guys have tamales year-round, number one? And number
Yes.
two, do you sell them specifically in orders that people can come and pick up?
Absolutely. You can sell them by the dozen, you can sell them by 5 dozen, whatever you need. Or if you just want 2 to go for your dinner, we have that.
And it's definitely worth the trip. All right, I'm going to be out at your Washington location next week. It's my birthday. My girlfriend's already said, you want to go to El Tiempo? I'm like, yeah, we're going to do it. So we're going to be out there.
What day is your birthday?
It's going to be a week from Thursday. So
Okay.
it's a week from Friday, 2 days after Christmas.
The 27th. Okay.
Yep. We'll be out there. Thank you so much for being here on the show today. And we wish you guys continued success. And we're looking forward to getting out to El Tiempo soon.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
All right. We are going to now talk about some news and announcements. Benji, you got some things? I know we got a lot going on right now. Even though tomorrow's our last day before the holiday, we got a lot going on.
Yes, we have number one. I want to say congrats to Thu.
Yeah.
He's an HCCTV intern graduate. So our own HCCTV intern, Matthew, or short for Thu, Solomon, just graduated last Friday with his associate's degree in applied science in arts and design, specializing in visual effects and motion graphics. He proudly walked the stage with, listen to this, 1,300 other graduates. It was a packed house, but we are very proud of each and every one of them. All the HCCTV team congratulates Thu and wishes him success in his future endeavors.
Yeah, it's a great day to see everybody getting out there, and it's even better for us when we see our students walking the stage and getting their degree. And we appreciate Thu's work here, and we wish him the best success around. All right, so some other things happening around the district. Instagram exhibition is happening, fall 2024 One College exhibit. It's happening on Instagram. That's the walls of the exhibit, I should say, and it's going through December 31st. It features classes from all colleges in HCC, but only through the end of this month. So check it out. We'll have a link in our post after the show, and we've got registration fairs coming up.
Yes. The spring 2025 semester at HCC is almost here, with classes starting on January 13th, but there's still time to secure your spot. Join HCC for the Saturday registration fairs happening in person and virtually, so there's no excuse. They will help students get ready for a successful semester, and maybe most importantly, they'll have a chance to win a $500 scholarship. Also, they're going to have some giveaways, and you can connect with the HCC support team. So this will take place Saturdays, January 4th and 11th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So check out our post after the show for more info.
As we mentioned, winter break is coming up. Time to enjoy the holidays, take some time off for 2 whole weeks. That's right. HCC campuses will be closed, although we have some classes that are going on. Most of our campuses will be closed, and we will have no Up to the Minute. In fact, tomorrow's our last episode of the year, and we'll return with new episodes on January 13th. Now, the college is closed from Friday, or should I say from Thursday, all the way till January the 2nd. But Up to the Minute, back on the air, first day of classes, January 13th.
Yeah, and they'll see us again.
Yeah.
And me.
And
which,
you. Yeah.
Which people are very excited for, I guess.
we get viewer mail all the time. We do.
Do we really?
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
still mail stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do. All right. Registration's underway right now. Make sure you register today. Don't wait till the last minute. We've got online courses, hybrid courses, and of course, in-person classes. All you need to do is go to hccs.edu/apply. Okay. Final episode of the year is tomorrow. We've got procurement departments can be joining us to give us a year-end roundup and a look ahead to 2025. And we'll be joined by a surprise guest from the Children's Museum. I hear he has a beard like you.
Oh, does he really? Is it bigger, maybe more full?
Yeah.
Curly, white?
Maybe? A little bit gray
Oh,
than
wow.
yours. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll have a special guest join us tomorrow. All right. We are wrapping up today's show. Enjoy your day today. Get outside. We'll be back tomorrow with the last show of the year. Winter break is coming up. We'll see you tomorrow live at 10 a.m.